before the break. It was a very simple off-speed hit from the back row. It traveled maybe 9 feet before it hit the floor. And Adamson, a team like what we've talked about it several times during this coverage now, a team that covers the floor very well.
Well, they were expecting the ball to go out kasi yung angle ng bola palabas. Unfortunately, with the right amount of top spin, the ball fell right at the line. But, you know, credit to Hervasio, she was unprepared for that hit. Kita mo, nagulat nga siya with the set of Ferrer, but, you know, somehow, she pulled it through.
Pero as a team, and the philosophy, I guess, would have to be, you know, you have to chase after every ball.
Yeah.
Unless it's clearly out, you have to always assume that it's falling in, right?
That's right. And, you know, coaches would also say, you know, if you're in doubt, just get the ball.
Just get the ball. Not so the case with a team that's so accustomed to being very efficient on the defensive end. Now a 3-point lead for Ateneo. That's a 2-0 run after that 15-14 score before the break. And Nakachi makes it a 4-point lead.
Nakachi, as we've always mentioned, not a very flashy player. She's also not one of those players who would always contribute to the point. But, you know, when she gets the chance, she makes sure that it would be something of quality.
Soriano, and again, Hervasio was there to pick it up.
Oh, poor setup there by Ferrer.
That was a typical get for even a, you know, a setter as good as Ferrer. He had to travel more than halfway to the back row just to get a touch on that ball.
You know, one thing that people also don't realize, setters kasi it's not a scoring position. It's not a role where you score a lot. Pero sila yung pinakapagod inside the court because they always get a hand on that ball. Kapag pangit yung reception, they still have to run after the ball. There's no excuse. Diba?
On each and every play, they will have to touch the ball as compared to the other 5 players. You may or may not get it. Pero it's imperative for the setter to touch it or get the second touch in each and every play.
Doesn't matter kung saan pumunta yung bola, they have to run after it. Unless, of course, may ibang tao nang dun sa pwesto. But, you know, the principle of really getting a hand on the second ball.
Gives you an idea of how much, you know, the setters do every single game.
Imagine their training as well. Because normally you would have 1, 2, 3 setters in a team. The coaches are very focused in training them. So imagine how difficult it must be. The same for liberos as well.
Yeah. I mean, I can just imagine. You need to be precise with your sets, but at the same time, you need to have the stamina to run around.
And the presence of mind.
That's true. And, you know, the vision to see where you want to go. Just giving, you know, due respect and due props to the very talented setters of season 74 of the UAAP. And May Jennifer Makatuno serving is one of them, ranked number 5 out of the top 10 of the league. Adamson fighting back again, but, you know, an error in execution that time. Back to a 3-point lead for Ateneo. Lady Eagles are in shape to go up 2-0 here.
With the way they're playing, with the confidence and the fluidity of their movement inside the court, it seems like it's not impossible for that to happen.
That's quite different, you know, from, as you see, an error from Pao Soriano. So different from how things were when they first met this season. We have a break. Let's go to Adamson.
Ngayon, nagkailangan. Ikaw naman din nagsalita, kunin mo na. Hindi pwede dyan ng tahimik, sinabi ko sa inyo. O Pao, ikaw, hilit mong ginaganyan, idiretso mo lang yung palo mo. Diyos ko naman.
Kayo bumitaw dyan, kaya naman.
Diyos ko, tignan nyo nga, oh. Mahirapan kayo, ilan yan, apat?
Depensa yung palo mo.
Nawala na si Mami Dulce. Ngayon si Coach Pante na. She's clearly upset. And she called out Pao Soriano on the errors that she's making on the attack. It is indeed a very makeable or, you know, easy to overhaul deficit, but they have to do it now.
That's right. And like what we've always said, mahirap yung ikaw yung humahabol.
Outside serve. 18.
Especially against the second best team in the league. But a service error helps the cause of Adamson. Let's see how far they can take this run.
For Adamson.
Good serve there for Soriano, forcing that reception error.
Jean Ferrer
Oh.
almost running into the committee.
That's what we're saying. If you're the setter, no matter how far the ball goes, you run after
Habulin.
it.
Soriano. That's a long shot.
And these unforced errors
22 to
really
19.
killing the Lady Falcons, not just in this set, but in this match. They were within two.
Eliza Valdez.
Now it's a 3-point Ateneo lead, 22-19. A little short on the set from Ferrer. Zapanta from the other side, and what a rejection.
Zapanta has been quiet here in the latter part of the second set.
That
Timeout.
block credited to Hervasio. Timeout. Let's go again to Coach Pante.
Alam mo, kulang ka sa gulang. Hataw ka lang ng hataw. Hindi naman power play ang volleyball eh. Huwag kang tumago dyan. Makinig ka. Eto mayet konting diskarte, konting gulang. Ganun lang kasimple yun.
Hindi naman tatrabaho.
Okay? Oh. Ha?
Kaya pa yan.
For, you know, the newbies sa volleyball, and can you explain kung ano yung tinutukoy ni Coach Pante na konting gulang?
Konting gulang. It's mainly, sinasabi nga natin, no, pag naglalaro ka, hindi lang yan palo ng palo. It's not all about the power, but it's really how smart you play. So, kailangan gulang. It means kailangan magandang pwesto ng bola. Kailangan na i-outsmart nila itong Ateneo.
Aquino.
Well, the ladies responded with Guevara scoring a point there.
Sabi nga nila, you don't have to, it's easy to say, but of course, very difficult to execute. Pero sinasabi nila, no, you don't have to make volleyball that difficult. If you know kung nasan yung butas ng kalaban, just bring the ball there. At hindi ka na mahihirapan.
Pineda.
And mukhang nagising ang Lady Falcons. 2 straight points, and they are within 2. Ateneo forced to call a timeout. We will listen to Coach Gorayev.
Dito eh. Nandyan siya, nabumulak yan. Si Phil nandito. Hindi ka umahadjust, lumabas ka na rito. Ha? Tingnan nyo maigi yung posisyon, hindi yung basta tatayo kayo doon. Tingnan nyo maigi. Kasi pag kumikilos kayo at alam niyo yung ginagalawan ninyo, sige, kontrolado nyo yung bola kahit saan pumunta. Hindi yung naguhula hoops kayo dyan, hindi nyo alam, hula-hula lang tayo. Kung dito natapat yung bola, di swerte pag napalayo, hindi natin makukuha. Yan, kombinasyonan lang.
I like the analogy of hula hoops and hula-hula na ginagawa sa court.
Injecting some comedy. And kahit hindi naman masyadong seryoso.
Timeout. 15.
Well, there were 2 straight points taken by Adamson of defensive errors on the part of Ateneo. Coach Gorayev obviously not wanting to get more damage going to the latter part of set number 2. Let's see if Adamson responds though. Awesome dig by Lazaro Cainglet with the off speed, and they are at set point to go up 2 sets to nothing.
Coming from a good dig there by Lazaro.
Yeah, you got to credit half of that point to Lazaro.
Set point advantage.
Instead of having just a 1-point lead, they're at set point because Lazaro kept that one alive.
That's right. And what's good about that play also is hindi dinaan sa lakas eh. You see that itong si Cainglet really looked at yung kung nasan yung butas sa kabilang side.
Makatuno going from one side to another. One-handed save by Hervasio. Beautiful. Hervasio tried it again, but Guevara more successful this time.
Guevara bringing life back to the Adamson side. He's been quiet in the first set, pero dito nakikita natin na becoming a bit more aggressive.
Adelaide Falcons.
And I guess with the Ateneo defense picking up on the open hitters of Adamson, hinihigyan si Guevara ng touches, but another lapse defensively by Adamson. That first ball going over the net and straight onto the Ateneo territory, or make that Adamson territory. Ateneo goes up 2-0, 25-16, 25-22 here in our main event this Saturday.